I grew up as a youth that was tough. Look soft, but I'm tough on the inside. I got shot in my face, right here. A graze in my face, 2 marks here, from a desert eagle. I get so much bad name. I get blamed for the things that I don't do.
Why you think you get so much bad name?
I was involved in a shooting one day, major shooting down there. Some people died. Sting is for the voiceless. So Sting always get a fight. 2003, when we have that big fracas with the Vibes Cartel and Ninja Man on stage. Sting, 2008, the Vibes Cartel and Movado, they divided themselves.
Sting 2013, we saw where, you collaborated with Downtown Records CEO Joseph Bogdanovich. How did this partnership impact the brand?
On a downward trend. I heard Foota Hype saying it the other day, and I said, oh, Foota Hype's are bright. I didn't know that. I identify Cartel as one of the headliners from early out. I'll tell the world that look for it December 26th if we don't have a war.
From starting a career in law enforcement as a teen to creating dancehall's greatest one-night show on earth, Isaiah Laing is the founder and promoter of Sting, author and philanthropist. Created in 1984, Sting, dubbed the greatest one-night reggae show on earth, has won several music and entertainment awards, including Rockers Award, Star Award, and the Bins Award for Best Stage Show and Stage Show of the Year. Isaiah Laing's philanthropic efforts include several charity donations to hospitals, schools, churches, the mustard seed community, and back-to-school treats. Today on The Road to Success, we journey with Isaiah Laing. Laing, welcome, and thank you so much for taking time out to bring us on your journey and share such a rich and wonderful story.
Yes, Kshema, thank you. I must say, let the words of my mouth and the meditation of my heart be acceptable in thy sight. And journey with me, God, with Kshema and beyond. Yes, Kshema.
All right.
Yeah.
No,
yeah.
Look here.
Yeah.
Can I tell you, as usual, I know that you love to look good in your clothes and dress up, and you are looking good. I mean, your background, I'm seeing the awards, me even see a guitar. Like, can you play and do you play? You're a musician? How it go?
I'm playing nothing.
For persons who are watching us online.
I know the notes, though.
You know your notes. Okay.
Yep.
Laing, let's start with the foundation of it. What was it like for you growing up in rural St. Catherine?
I was just that little skinny boy that everybody loved. I used to ride donkey too. Yeah, and they used to think I was Jesus Christ riding donkey. So I was loved by everybody in the community from then until now. When I go to my community right now, believe me, I have to have enough money to spend because everybody is out. The boss.
So it was a small and closely knitted community that you grew up in, where neighbors and everybody knew each other, and neighbor can beat neighbor, pick me and send them home kind of vibe.
Yes, you can't pass this a man on the road and a whistle. If you whistle and him not catch you for beat you because you might faster than him, when you go home, your daddy here and you're going to get the beating still. You cannot do anything like that. Well, these days, those kind of discipline is not around again. I would love for that to be taught in school again. The civic program that we used to have as child, it's not here. And that it is lacking, and it is causing a lot of things in this society that we have here.
And on the note of discipline, how would you describe the values and morals that you grew up with through your parents?
Believe me, that is something that you can't be bought, because I'm going to give you one little story. At age 4, I saw my brother smoking tobacco and I tried to do it. My father catch me and beat me. And from that day until today, I never ever smoke a cigarette or a tobacco again. And I'm thankful. My lungs is quite okay.
And free. Now, during your early childhood, Laing, so your teenage years, did you have a clear idea as it relates to who you want to become when you grew up? You know, what career path were you thinking of as a youth?
I always wanted to be a policeman. Always. Always wanted to be a police. Yeah.
What about the profession? Why you want? What about the profession? Why you always wanted to be a policeman?
There's a guy at my school named Scott. He was the first to leave there and come back to show us in the police uniform. And I said, I want to be like that man. Then when I was in Spanish Town now, I saw a police named Blackwood, well tucked in his detective clothes and his little 38 in his waist. And I said, yo, and he got so much respect. And I said, this is who I want to be. This is who I wanted to be. And I went to police training school. First day I went over there, I never knew I could complete. Because when I went in there's a house in front of the parade square where we all hosted for when we just landed. And we were watching the guys at the drill square. And remember, when I heard the instructor saying, I'm out, and everybody moving. I said, Jesus Christ. Now I don't understand why I must say something. I go back to country. Really, I go back. Yeah. But I'll tell you, within 6 weeks, training, and I was doing the same thing.
But you were 19 at the time, Laing, and here it is. You know, it's a new environment. You want to do it, right. but the whole thing is new to you. What kept you motivated to push along and make this dream a reality?
Most of the guys there with me were 18, 19. So I said, can I do it? Then I can do it. And I grew up as a youth that was tough. Look soft, but I'm tough on the inside. I know what I want. And anything I want to do, I know I can do it. I will give myself that courage to do it.
Was there ever a moment during your training that you, even though you have this spirit and confidence to keep pushing regardless, but was there ever a time where you felt weary or felt that, you know, you may have to try something out because you don't know if this police thing going to work?
No, never, because I know everybody, we had a squad. I was placed in squad 4. It was like 82 of us in training at that time. I was placed in squad 4, and it's like everybody get taken to me over there. We have a class captain, Maurice Turlock, can't forget him, because we all broke barracks and he accounted for everybody. I don't know how he did it, but he accounted for all of us. If once we defaulted, that would mean retarded. You have to pay for the other squad. And he saved us because we were kind of unruly, you know, squad 4, you know. But we were brilliant. All of us passed our exams. And we would break barracks, go to Port Royal. That is a no-no at Port Royal, or even Fort Charles and down the beach. It's a no-no for training. But we did all of that, and we came out. And we came out on top, yeah. Because over by Fort Charles, you know, Fort Charles had a jukebox. That's the only way you can get music, or you got punchy music. And then MPLA and Police and Thief was in that box. And you know, once them hear that I play, they know send me over there. Yes,
now, so we're seeing where you have a love for music, and we're going to get to that in a little bit. But you started as a police constable and was appointed a detective. How did you attain the notoriety where the name Laing was on the lips of many?
Because guess what now? Anything that I'm doing, if I can't do it to the best of my ability, I'm not going to do it. When I finished working as a regular police, I wore a uniform for like a year and a half, or a little less than that. I went to the CIB office when I finished working, and I sat and watched the techies how them operate. And then I went there on a 2 weeks orientation, and I delivered myself so well that they asked for them to retain me at that section, and there was no turning back.
So what was it about Isaiah Laing that saw you, you know, like moving up the ladder so quickly?
I tell you, I am one of those blessed person. When you are clean, things come your way. I try to be very honest in everything that I do. But guess what? I get so much bad name. I get blamed for the things that I don't do And there's nobody to clear me other than God. And this is
why
why
you think
I love
that
him
is?
so much. I don't know.
Why you think you get so much bad name?
I don't know, because in the sense that I was not a pushover. So if something happened, them say it's Laing. When most time it's not me. Like, for example, when I was at Admiraltown Police Station, I spent 12 years at that station. There's a boy named Natty Chris. He came in the year 1982. And he lived us out for 2 years. He shoot at us. He shoot at me personally and my team 19 times.
Wow.
Yeah. And let me tell you, if I am at the station and gunshot fire around an Arnett Garden, everybody come here and say, it's not Chris. Most times it's not him. So everything happened because when you have a name, if you have a name like that, they are going to say everything is Laing for me. I was even at home. I was telling my guys, I was at home and I saw a demonstration in the Charlie Smith school. Them said them shoot some guy and a Laing come around and do it. I was at home when the shooting took place.
Wow.
So
Did you ever become frustrated though? Like just people blaming you for things that you didn't do, and how did you deal with that? Because that in itself can be frustrating and can break most people.
Yeah, I know, but you see, when I know that I'm not guilty, I don't even worry, because there are so many things that happened to me in that short journey. I only did 20 years in force, and I'm telling you this today.
20 years not short, man.
20 years, very short compared to Adams and everybody who did 40 years.
True.
Yeah. I'm going to tell you, the amount of policies and other things that I have done in that 20 years, a lot of the police who do 40 years has never done it and won't be able to do it. A lot of them. And because I tell you, I'm gifted, very gifted. That one day, one of them police guys, we got some guys shoot at some people in jungle. And the people, we went around there, we were going towards the people, towards where the shot were fired, and the people were running towards us, and we going towards them. That is not happening now. And when I went there, we shot and killed one of the guys and recovered an M16 rifle. One of the little police in the car said, boss, when you're dead, I want to cut your heart and see what kind of heart you're having.
Wow, fearless.
That thing. Fearless. Fearless. Yeah, there's nothing. Once, if I am given to protect that particular area, that Admiraltown area, that has given that concrete jungle, Jonestown and part of Rima. But the toughest part of them is the Craigtown. A lot of people don't know. Craigtown, that's Beaniman Town. One of the toughest towns to police. That little town. It's very small, but remember, problem.
Tough. We're going to go for a quick time signal. Don't go anywhere.
Chunky, spicy, and delicious. Lasco mackerel. Get hooked on the tastiest mackerel around. The time by Lasco mackerel is?
It is now 12:45. So Laing, what would you say is the most valuable lesson you have learned during your time serving and protecting?
The people love me, and I do what I have to do for the people of Hanukkah. And I change a lot of things around there and make sure that they could sleep. Like I hear the Prime Minister talk about sleep with door open. Before I left there, people could sleep with them door open, because I make policies around there and the guys understand me that we are good friends. Because like I told people, I go back in the area and we have drinks with people in the community, and them understand that. You don't rob in your community, you don't break any house in your community, or you don't try and kill people in your community. That them violate. And they know what the action is if you do those things.
So you build relationships. So here it is, you're policing, you're doing it, you love your job, you have the passion for it, and it's a dream job because since you were a youth, this is what you've wanted. But then in the 80s, you would still stage, parties and shows. What sparked your interest in events and entertainment?
All right. I wrote it in a book, but people don't seem to see it and read it and understand. I was involved in a shooting one day, major shooting down there. People died. Some people died. One of my policemen got shot too. And I was going home the night. That was to take the bus. And when I took the bus, I reached at 3 miles. guess what? One of the gunman them and they spot me on the bus and jump off. I say, what if I did more of them? It's just me alone. But when I tell myself, I'll never take another bus home. So I sat down and tried to devise a way of making money to buy a car for myself. So I started thinking about parties. And that was like 1982. Then I did a dance in Prison Oval called Prison Oval Rock. And that's where Barrington Levy did the song. First time that dub played, it was John Drosson playing. And some call it Spanish Town. Yeah, that's how that song came about. Barrington Levy spoke about it all the time. Josie Whale, Barrington Levy, Yellow Man, everybody came out to the dance. It was one of the biggest dance kept in Spanish Town, Prison Oval. Yeah, the prisoners come out on the rooftop, were burning newspaper and was skanking on the top of the prison. I don't know how they did it, but they got up there. Yeah, so I made some money there, and I did another dance, and I made enough money that I bought a little car.
Wow. So now that you say events and entertainment gave you something that your dream job didn't give you, but in the same breath, it didn't cause you to leave your dream job. At what point did you take promoting and staging of events seriously? Like you want to make a career out of this, or did that thought came to you any at all?
I started that from the very first dance I did, I wanted to stay in it because I loved music before I went to force. Yes, I loved music from then. Everything in one. Tabby Diamond, he died. Before I joined work, there was a song that they did. We went to a club one night and I loved that song. A Roof Over My Head. I think that song was done 1975. I Need a Roof. And the first I heard that song played so for the entire night. Because we just asking the people to play it back. I need a roof over my head. So all of those things were in my mind. I need a house for myself and I need a car. Yes.
Yes, play it again.
Yes, man. Yes, man. I
wanted to know how the idea for Sting came about, because you said, from the very first event that you did in the 80s, you knew that this is something that you wanted to do because of your love and passion for the music. But how was Sting born?
All right, listen this now. After the dance 83, I did the dance 82 and 83 in Prison Oval. After that, 84, I did a 4-sound clash at Cinema 2 in April. It was one of the biggest dance ever held in Jamaica. We had 16,000 people paid to come into Cinema 2.
Wow.
That year. 4-sound clash was the first of its kind. And after that dance, I did a dance at a show at Damali Beach. I said, I'm going to move the dance. Because I tell you, that dance was on a stage. So I said, I'm going to move the dance from off the ground, go on a stage, and see how that pan out for me. So when you see most time the crowd is on Sting stage, it's like, I don't really want to stop it. I want to stop it because it affects the artist on the stage. But is the thing about Sting. Sting is coming from the dance. And what I did, I moved the dance from around the turntable on the ground, put it on a stage. And I know the people on the stage give the artist vibe to get them thing going. I don't know if you know the early days when DJs used to DJ and so
toast.
Yes, there was a toast. It's like around the turntable, all of the followers around that turntable. So it's the same kind of thing I brought on stage. So people are saying, what, too much people on the stage? I said, okay, we'll do our best. But it's hard because we started them out like that. So it's kind of hard to stop them now.
So Laing,
after that, after all of this was done with the 4-sound clash, we did the Damali Beach. That year was a stage show. Junior Reid make his first entrance on a stage show in Jamaica when he had the song Human Nature and Half Pint. was down there with him too. Rain fell. We never make money. We lost some money there. And I came back up. That was done in August. And I came back to Kingston and said, I'm not giving up. The promoter who we both do it together said, I'm not going back, because I'm losing money and don't get back in money. So I said, all right, I'm going to find a way and keep those things at Cinema 2 this time. And we had 4,000 people the first year.
And the rest is history.
Yeah, 4,000 people came. We made 100% profit. And the second year, we get 13,000 people. Yeah. The other 86, we had another 14,000 people. The park was kind of uncomfortable, so I said, let's move to Cinema 1, the bigger side. We moved to Cinema 1 with Sting now. But I had a 40-yard way there. Papa San, Admiral Bailey, Professor Nuts, and Lieutenant Stitchy. Mad. Mad. Yes. And we had 21,000 people there that night. So we moved to the stadium because we're outgrowing the cinema now.
So Laing, did your quest to pursue a career as a successful promoter impede your duties as a detective?
No, not that. I tell you what, I do 16 hours of police. And it was highlighted by former Commissioner Forbes. He said if all the policemen in the force would be like Laing would give you 16 hours and still and do him show. Him don't have anything with it. And he tried to tell Macmillan that when Macmillan came, he came with that vendetta and he said, moonlighting can't keep that policeman in the force. Let him go and go to show. But him don't understand that that show stage, it gives you so much information on what is happening in the country. And I try to talk to government people to be at Sting and listen to the voice of the people. The people from the ghetto are the artists, because they never used to have uptown artists. It's pure ghetto people. And so when they speak, if you follow them, you will understand which direction the country going to go for the following year. Just like when artists go and Sting and you bust the crowd, you make money the other year. It's the same thing for government, that they wouldn't listen. Babsy, Honorable Babsy Grange was maybe one of the only one every year should be at Sting. And she knows what is happening. The Sting is for the voiceless. And that is like people know. So Sting always get a fight, the real fight. He don't get sponsorship. Very few until not the later, because it's like your friend of a sponsor a show for you. And they wouldn't understand that Sting is the platform that's set to take reggae and dancehall music internationally. And that's what I did.
What did that do to you, though, Laing? Like being given an ultimatum almost to let go of a job that was a dream job for you as a child, because the two at some point, according to the authorities at the time, was conflicting.
Yeah, and that was something that it has in the force, that you can't do two jobs at the same time. And when that came about, I fight it. I got a lawyer, went to the Supreme Court, went to the Alpha-Tree Court. I won that first round. They even have a cartoon in the paper say Super Cup, because they dubbed me as Super Cup. Super Cup beat the Top Cup. And I don't know if that affected or hurt him. They use superpower. When I went to the Supreme Court, they never let the lawyer say a word. Then they said, it's over. Not a word from a lawyer. So I said, okay, maybe this is what God wants. So let me leave it alone. Because guess what? 1993, the 1st of July, I got shot in my face. Right here. A graze in my face, 2 marks here from a Desert Eagle. That's what the book is written of, point blank range. That was so close to death. So I know it's God having me. So I don't do nothing without my God.
Wow. Laing, you mentioned sponsorship and investors and that it was difficult, but then Sting is known for not only the gritty fashion, but it captures this true essence of hardcore dancehall. In addition to that, when you think of a Sting, you think about the push and the shove, the stampede and the bottling, and these are things that get some people excited. But in the same breath, do you feel like these are some of the elements that actually keep investors and sponsors at bay?
Yes, but you can't have your cake and eat it, or the other way around. Your cake and have it, whichever. You can't, because you remember, I am not government. Government owns its people. It's government responsibility to make sure that your people that comes from the ghetto are in the ghetto be treated nicely and learn to behave. So if nobody not teach them at home, they're going to come abroad with the same kind of behavior. So how am I now to change them? What can I do to change somebody that is grown up in that era? All them see is four walls every day. I have a plan, You know how long I have a plan to excel some of these people? I can simply tell you, because maybe I don't get the chance to do it. Government need to get the people out in the country areas, like down in Montego Bay. Not the country, sorry to say country from Montego Bay, in this other city, down in Oaches, go to some of the beaches, take them out, expose them, let them see how beautiful Jamaica is. Because you living in Rima, you living in jungle, you don't come out of the place for one whole year and you get one chance to go out. You feel so mighty. Most of those people those days used to save them money from January to December. Guys, one show them going, Sting.
We were talking about some of the elements associated with Sting that, is likely to keep investors and sponsors at bay. But these very elements that we speak of, the push and the shove, the stampede, the bottling, these are some things that would cause an event to cave in, right? Or can write off a promoter's career as staging events. But how do you deal with these elements, much less to get people to return the following year and still keep thriving?
It is really skill. And you have to know your business and know your people. And you have to know marketing. And we did that successfully all the time. Because remember, the show run consecutively for 32 years, And we have huge crowds most of the times. But a lot of people don't understand what promoters go through. They say with Sting, we lift the bar so high that if you don't have the right artists to push and to sell the show, you're not going to make any money. Every day and I will sit down and we'll say, we don't have nothing to sell this year now. What are we going to give the people? Is like, Sting is an institution that Jamaica is looking forward to. So I can't let the people down. Even when I know that I'm going to lose, I still do it. I still have to do it. And we're not getting the kind of sponsors. I'll come back to the sponsors that help in a little while. Because I have to give thanks for the few that come on board and what they did, because I couldn't do it all alone. For example, 2003, when we have that big fracas with the Vibes Cartel and Ninja Man on stage at Jam World, I knew if we're going forward, 2004, you will not have anybody at Jam World. And I at one stage I said I would pack it up. And then the team, we get together with the team and we said, no, we are going to do it. And I said, all right, we're going to lose money, but let us minimize the loss. So we came up with a team. I said, Magnificent Seven, some young artists, and push them on the forefront and promote them. We had Beanie Man, Capleton, and Sizzler, and all of those people on the show. We never highlight them. We said, because we were trying to make a new set of headlines. Because if you don't grow headline in this industry, it will stay stagnant. Because we had Beanie Man, Bounty Killer, for 17 years, they were the headliners. And we were searching for it. And I identified Cartel as one of the headliners from early out. I mean, everybody started saying, We are going to use the youth, and the youth are very talented. We saw it.
Sting is definitely a space that provided an opportunity for a lot of entertainers. There is a saying in the industry where people say, look here, from you can manage a Sting crowd, you can manage any crowd anywhere, anytime. Did you think that when you started out, that Sting would have been a staple for more than 30 years and created such a global impact and is cemented in Jamaican music?
Nobody could ever dream that. Couldn't. But whilst we go along, we understand the growth and where it is going. So I just try to pedal it and push it, let it reach there. Yeah, I know. Nobody couldn't tell me that, say, yes, it was going to be like that. But after the first couple of years, and I'm telling you, the clash, it's the clash factor, what people fight me for, that is what really propels Sting. Because you have a set of people, it's Boxing Day, people come out to see artists against artists lyrically. And I wanted that, because if you read my book, when I was like age 7, 8, two sounds used to be in the country, and them a clash, but them no clash together. Them a clash by who have more decibel, how far they can play from where you hear them. That's how they used to clash in the country back in my time. So I know on the 26th of December was the day when they do that. So I know that was the day to go. Christmas Day was like a quiet. So I came here. I know that the 26th of December, that space is there. I'm going to utilize it.
But we understand the clash thing, and like you said, it is necessary and needed. And we see, for example, where Versus battle between Beenie Man and Bounty Killer, it was one of the best battles. And in my opinion, it also helped Swiss Beats and Timbaland to fully define what the Versus battle should be, which is a replica of the dancehall sound clash culture and ultimately the Sting clashes. But do you think it could do more for music and ultimately the culture if clashes in general are rebranded and promoted in a more positive light?
Yeah, but we always promote it in a positive light. It's not even the artist that is the problem, it's the audience. And I don't have nobody have any control over them again. Because at Sting 2008, the Vibes Carlton and Movado, they divided themselves. One set up the cartel fan over here and Movado fan over there. So we don't know.
And that,
yeah.
And that was a tense clash.
Yeah, it was the most tense clash ever in the history of Sting. That one. Because we were told, no, at least I was told, that if we do that, a World War III, we carry God Jam World. Every day, I say, heavy. They don't say, Bounty Killer say, if we do that, a World War III. So I say, we are going to do it and prove to them so it can happen. I knew it would take a lot out of me, because you see, on that stage, if you look at me, it's like the whole Jam World, almost 30,000 people in Jam World was on my shoulder, but I hold it. When the show finished, I can't forget, Johan Daz came to me and he knocked me on the shoulder and said, Laing, you do it. I have to talk to you. I have to lift me up to you, because nobody never believes they could have done without any incident at Jam World.
And I know you said that the entertainers, they will do the clashes and it's their followers, but the music in itself has evolved, which we can't go around. Do you think the entertainers of today will be open to the type of Sting clash that you are promoting over the years, or have promoted over the years?
Yeah, you know that the young ones are now saying that they never do a Sting clash, and a lot of them are calling out for it right now. Yeah, about 5 of them, so they want it.
But do they have what it takes, though, Laing, in terms of, we know the Beanie Bounty rival for years, and, nobody now go touch a button because there is this respect for each other and their craft over the years. Do you think the young cats of today kind of have that within them, not to take it so personal and get physical?
And they might very well do better than the ones before, because they understand the business more now, that it's a money-making thing. Because if you're clashing, your fee double right away, and they knows that. And
but a clash also insinuate that somebody dies lyrically.
people no must die, you know.
Musically.
But people no must die. But that's why you bring the best out of people. That's how you get people to, because every time we have a clash at Sting, the loser gets signed by an international company. So you're highlighted so much on that show that even if you lose, you still win. Yeah, I can name them. Bunny Wailer got Stone at Sting, and them sign him right after that. Supercat got Battle, and him get signed. Shabba got defeated, and he got signed. All of the major ones got signed to a major label. So it is doing good in any angle, any way you take it from, it is doing good. But we now would have to sit with these young people and say, yo, this is the situation. If it can't be done, then tell me that you're not going to do it, because I can't take another 2003 in my life if we do go in that route. But if we don't do it, international people are going to do it, because even Magnum Kings and Queen came from Sting. Yeah, most people don't know what I know, because the guy had come to me before it started.
You believe that there is a space for clashes because do you foresee that it helps to sharpen an entertainer's wit and also help them to become the comprehensive artist, you're thinking?
Of course, yes. Of course, yes. And again, it helps the audience to grow, because the audience come out, the audience want witty lyrics. Audience don't want us come and listen to some like a lame thing. Audience must be well supplied that them come back the following year. All right. You see Sting, most time when once 3 o'clock come, you'll find, or even 2:33 when nothing come. Everybody knows a Sting start because of the acting. If you don't act, that lyrics it show, you cannot go there. And sometimes when you don't have the lineup to carry you to daylight, you have to put the front. You with plenty of the young people at the front to bring the show up there. And this is why the show gets drawn out sometimes. Because the people get to this stage where they're coming to show late. And we try our best not to let them come late, but try as you may. They are coming there 2 o'clock.
Laing, for Sting 2013, we saw where, you collaborated with Downtown Records CEO Joseph Bogdanovich. How did this partnership impact the brand?
Maybe on a downward trend.
Oh, yes,
wow. Yep. Because what he has done, he has an agenda. I never knew. And I'm talking it as I know it. I'm not guessing. I heard Foota Hype saying it the other day, and I said, oh, Foota Hypes are bright. I don't know that. Listen to me. The man bring the show. The man carry out in the deep waters. You know something can't swim, He carry me out in the sea, And then inside, I carry you in. I'm going to carry back out the next year. And so when the year coming and carry out there, I left out there, Second year, the man don't do back the show, And did some evil things, What me not even going to, but I was going to it, but it's a matter of time.
So in other words, then, are you saying that Sting ended up in a lull because of that partnership?
Of course, yes. Of course, yes. Because when we did 2014, he came there, never talked to us, but he came with him right and gunman friend, our partner. And there was a little problem on stage. Or even before that, he saw my marketing agent around the back and said to my marketing agent, how the hell did you do this? Bring out this crowd without my money? That's the marketing agent told me that. So I said, okay.
Wow.
Cool. Yeah, and when there was a little fracas on stage with DeMarco, off stage, run backstage with DeMarco and Massacre, and they found 2 stone or 3 stone at each other around the back. I had enough police around there to quell the thing that the police get involved and deal with it. Joe right-hand man come around there and take out him gun out and waste and fire 5 shots in the air and cause a stampede. Because before he went to Sting, he put on Instagram, him gone on Instagram and say, White God say, Sting where I go. And that happened around there. But me say, God no sleep. God no sleep. And I'm going to tell you this, my friend did tell me that he worked at a mattress company for 20 years and never see God come by a mattress. So, you know God no sleep. Time is the master.
I know it's disheartening for fans and, you know, some entertainers knowing that there is no Sting at the moment. But this is, you know, your creative idea that was born in 1984. What does it mean and how does it impact Isaiah Laing, knowing that, you know, for a couple of years now, the lights have been dimmed for this once highly anticipated Boxing Day event?
I'll tell the world that look for it December 26th if we don't have a war.
During your career, Laing, as a law enforcement officer, you were shot 3 times, shot at 63 times, and you recovered over 400 guns. What do you think is needed to solve like Jamaica's current crime problem?
All right, hear this. When I look back at the whole situation, 1993, when my demise started, it was a plan. And I tried to tell people, but I was too small for them to listen to me. It was a plan. And I can't call the names who were in the plan. Big plan.
So you're saying it's a plan to get rid of you?
Not just me. To make crime go up in Jamaica. Because they took the top 10 police off frontline duty. We were carrying the thing all along. And that's what they did. When you take the 10 top police, you take Laing, you take Biggerfoot, you take Tony Youth, you take Woman Davis, you all away half of the thing. Top Woman Davis, that is down the country there, a politician now. He was one of the top man down in Montego Bay, you know. And they move everybody up front line. So I say, so the other police start saying, if they move Laing and Biggerfoot, where we are go to street, go to after, we don't know what to do out there. So I said that point to tell you that if you don't have 30 to 40% of your police or detectives in the country, this crime and this murder thing will not solve. Will not. There is a thing called detection and prevention. If you're not doing that in Jamaica, dog, eat the supper. And it is not being done. Because I don't even think you have 15% of the police now that are detectives. In my time, uniform police don't do any work. And I'm talking it loud and clear. They knows that they never do anything. A detective alone go out there and detect all the traffic accident detective after they do it. And they don't get any more pay and they work longer hours. So I'm simply calling on authorities who not increase the CIB to like 40% of the force. Increase it and give them special incentive. Let them do the work.
Sounds very practical to me. Thank you for sharing that, and really hope that the authorities are listening, because it's set a way where, you know, they need all the assistance and advice they can get, and you have done it for many moons. Point Blank Range, Laing, you mentioned your book. That's the title of your book, but it also tells the tale of a battle scar, which you spoke of as well. But give us a synopsis of your book, and is it available in stores or is it just online? I saw it on Amazon.
It's online. It's every store sold out. But I said, let them buy it online because it don't take very long to reach, you know, all the things operate. It's on Amazon. You can always buy it, order it from there. But if every police in Jamaica read that book, they will understand. Yeah, and like I'm simply saying, there's something else I want to say before the time is running out. I want to tell you this for the simple things. And the same thing I was trying to write. I was doing that article, you know, and then I stopped short. It never published. The places that we used to go before COVID, I beg the people, think twice before you go there and do the things that you used to do. Because this world has changed and is changing again. So be careful, everyone. This COVID is not gone anywhere, because the people in the world, they tell you, all right, I'm going to leave the word, Jamaica, they said all of a sudden that COVID, the person is 2.8%. Listen to me, and I believe it's still there. People will die. Who no wear no mask, still people are, if you no mask, you no protect yourself, because you're going to just find yourself getting sick and dead, and you don't know what causes that. But the wise, listen to me. And I beg the people on the road again, because I see it. When I see things, they're never wrong. From the corridor from Negril to Mandela, remember, problem. There's a particular time of the year when things must happen. Must happen. They don't understand me. Understand me. I can't get no clearer.
So just be careful is what you're saying. But you know, Laing, looking back at your journey, you know, from law enforcement to promoting Sting, which is a staple in the Jamaican music and culture. Is there anything you would have done differently looking back at when you started and where you are today?
No, there's not much I'd want to do. I'd want maybe I think the worst thing that is happening, that I see is happening, is that the people are producing music from them house. That is the biggest problem we have, and nobody is addressing it. When you can just get up and go in a room and say anything and put it on the radio, or you put it on internet, that is what is killing out the industry. The dancehall thing, it's watered down. We need to uplift the standard of the thing. Because when I used to produce, you know, a whole heap of songs, you know, big songs that people don't even know, you know. There's me behind them tune there, you know. I've got 1988, I came fourth in promoter of the year. I had 4 songs in the top 100 to make me land fourth. Jam is one. You can't come in the studio and give us no stupid song or no song where I say this and I say that. But from them, let it loose. A man just go in a room and him just getting computer and him DJ and song and send it out and put it on the internet. How can you stop it? Those things need to look into.
But you made a solid point, you know, like from your vantage point, you're saying that the music is being produced today, like it is below par. But in the Very same much. Breath, in putting together a Sting 22, do you think that you may run into a roadblock trying to find a crowd puller for Sting, looking in the industry and where we are today?
So there are some youths out there, but the people don't know what they can do or what they can't do. So Sting will be the actual test for them. That's the university. They've been in the high school now. So by December, they should be graduating from university. So let us see now.
So much more to talk about, Laing. We're definitely going to have a part 2. I knew your story could not be told in 1 hour. I know the 1 hour was very short, but we made an attempt nonetheless. With 1 minute remaining, the path that we take on the road to success is different for everybody. What advice would you give to someone out there listening to this conversation now and they are just stuck on their path, or they don't believe in themselves enough? What advice would you give them?
Like I said in my beginning, you can do anything, or in my advert, you can do anything that you want to do if you have the courage. But you must always trust and believe in God. Because I'll go a little further by saying what I saw happening on the news last night with these children and this ring. The ring can't help on the children. It's trick gonna get again. Leave the ring alone. Pray and I beg the parents, talk to the children. Please talk to them, parents, because they don't understand. They are led away and Satan is active.
Isaiah Laing, thank you so much for sharing. Thank you so much for taking us on your journey.
Yes. Respect and thanks for having me.